Now, scientists say they have found a new way to prevent patients from catching the hospital superbug, MRSA, by wearing these. They are special pyjamas.
Yes, they've got it's a silver thread. You can just see it there running through the fabric, and the makers say this neutralizes the virus. Some campaigners, though, claim they're a bit of a gimmick and say the only way really to tackle MRSA is by making hospitals cleaner.
Well, Neil Manser formed the National Concern for Healthcare Infections after his dad Bob died of MRSA. Matthew Hart works with manufacturers to create silver-based products to fight the disease. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Neil,
yes.
What happened with your dad?
Unfortunately, my father went into hospital to have his diabetes stabilised. He stubbed his toe, and unfortunately the infection got into his toe. He had part of his foot amputated. Unfortunately, the infection didn't go away. 9 months later, the other foot became infected. That became a lot worse, and basically his foot became detached from his leg, which meant he was walking on the bottom of his leg. Unfortunately, last year he went in for an operation to have that rectified, and due to complications he died. This time last year, literally a year today.
So, and as a result, you've taken a great interest in the effects of MRSA. Matthew, I wonder if you could explain for us the principle of the silver.
Right, well, silver has been used as a natural antimicrobial for centuries. More recently, it's actually used very effectively in things like catheters and wound dressings, which are actually clinically shown to reduce infection
So how does it work in terms?
It basically stops bacteria from being able to reproduce. So when a single bacteria cell, it stops that bacteria from being able to double up and keep growing and then become an issue.
And if you put it in pyjamas, does that help?
Well, the technology behind it is very, very sound. As I said, with certain products, there is good clinical evidence behind it. Actually, there's a company, BioCote, that have put silver in environmental products, and that's been shown to reduce bacteria by 96%.
Environmental products like?
Like door handles, curtains, hospital beds, things like that. I haven't actually seen the data behind the pyjamas themselves.
But you think the principle is? The
principle of silver's there is sound, but you know, we're looking at a complete approach to infection control.
Well, Neil, what do you think of this?
How much are they? £45? £45 worth of soap. That's what probably is better for you. Wash your hands when you're in hospitals, and make sure everybody that comes near you washes their hands. Don't rely on the alcohol gels. Wash your hands, because MRSA is one of the bugs. C. difficile and all those other bugs out there, that has no effect on it. You know, so it won't affect a number of the other bugs out there. And Matthew's right. Silver has a great place as an antimicrobial, but £45, wash your hands, keep the environment clean.
Are you suggesting then that things like these pyjamas with silver in them, they're simply distractions, that we're not getting the basic point, which is keeping our hands clean when we go into hospital?
That's exactly right, and it has to be stressed. It's not only healthcare professionals that have to wash their hands, it's you and I. And when we walk into a hospital, the first thing that we should be looking around for is a sink to wash our hands, and then use the alcohol gel, so that we are protecting our loved ones.
Matthew, you're not here to endorse the product, but to explain the science behind it. But I mean, is this, you know, does it help as sort of protective?
I don't think, on a technical point of view, it can hinder. And I think we need to do everything we can to reduce or help reduce infections within hospitals, whether it's washing your hands. I totally agree with Neil on the washing your hands, the hand hygiene. And I personally believe there's extra technical products that can be used within the hospital, such as silver in the environment, that can assist and act as a system behind the general cleaning and hand washing to help hospitals try and keep themselves
But you have a worry with that, in the fact that people are going to believe they're protected from an MRSA. They're going to stop thinking that they have to wash their hands. They're going to have to stop thinking about personal hygiene.
And that's the basic message you want to send.
Make sure.
Okay.
Neil Manser and Matthew Hart, thank you both very much for joining us this
Thank you.
morning. Good to talk to you.